into the fight and everything, how have you been doing with everything going on in the world, like COVID and all that?
I've been prepared, I guess, it was kind of crazy because we moved to San Diego like in the beginning of the year, and then like we
Mhm.
had all these plans, and then all of a sudden, couldn't do anything. At one point, we didn't even know like what was going to happen next at all because we were not leave the house, we had to stay in the place we were at when we first
Yeah.
got here.
Yeah.
It was really crazy. But as far as training stuff goes, I've been training Alliance. Training's been great. So that was what I can focus on. I started doing a video game blog. That's been like another like
Yeah.
thing to keep my mind occupied. So like, I've been pretty good otherwise. Just really focus on the fights now.
Cool.
So to your fight, how has training camp been so far?
Yeah, probably the best camp I've ever had.
Okay.
And I'm sure you hear that all the time. It's the best camp I've ever had, but
Yeah. Yeah.
it really is though because I've had a lot of help in areas where I didn't think I needed help. And not that like I thought I was just perfect in that area, but just like things people say, things that little like moments where they observe things and give you like a little bit of feedback, and they help you to improve your overall game. And it happened to me so many times. I'm like, whoa, why didn't I think about that before? So it's been happening so often. But now I'm just like, I'm just excited to be able to get an opportunity to show
Yeah.
up all the stuff.
Yeah. Now, have you brought in anyone specific for this camp, or has it just been the same as usual as all the other camps?
Well, I mean, for me, it's again like I just got here. I got Jeremy Stevens here helping me out. I got Miles Jury. Phil Davidson helping me out. Like all these people
That's good.
that I've never trained with before until I got here and help me. He gives me great advice, great looks on everything. And then my new coaches and everything, Eric Del Fierro, Eric Curtis, Adam Blair Pride, like these guys really helping me to hone in my game. So I didn't really have to bring anybody in because it's all brand new for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So next, how's the weight cut down to 170 for you?
Ooh, in general,
Yeah, just like the whole like is it a hard weight cut for you? Like, what do you normally walk around at?
yeah, it's hard for me. It's okay. So I used to fight 185. But I used to fight Muay Thai at 200, and then I fought a 185 in MMA for like a couple of years, and then I went down to 170. I never thought I'd go down to 170, and it actually hasn't been that bad. It's definitely not fun. I'll tell you that much, but it hasn't been that bad because I've been able to kind of make it more intelligent as opposed to just like putting a garbage bag on and sprinting down the street back and forth. So things have gotten a lot more technical and a lot easier that way. The last week that I had was easy, but I was really heavy. I was like 215, and I was trying to get down to 170. So over the course of the year, all that stay at home weight added on there. I got really heavy and I had to come back down. Now I'm like 12 pounds lighter than I was around this time last time. So I'm anticipating a really, say, easy weight cut, but pretty simple one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to your fight, how do you think you match up with your opponent, Jing Liang Lee? I think that's how you say it.
Mm-hmm. Matchup. I mean, I'm a striker. I mean, I don't know how I match with anybody because I'm pretty straightforward in terms of what I'm gonna do. I don't try to in this fight I'm gonna try to work my single leg and nope. I'm coming to fight. So hands will be thrown immediately. I know that he likes to strike as well. I don't see him grappling too often, except to close distance when he's getting hit or that kind of thing. So
Yeah.
I think it'll be a great fight. For me, it's the perfect kind of fight. It actually, an opponent that I saw before, and I was like, I'm gonna have to fight that guy one day, And now I got him, so I'm excited for it.
Like
Awesome.
before like your fights, we hear in like other interviews like they always think of how it's gonna play out. Now for you, how do you think it's gonna play out? Are you aiming for the finish in this fight? How do you think this plays out?
Yeah, man. Every fight. If you
Every
ask me that 10
Yeah.
times in a row, 10 times I'm gonna tell you I'm aiming for the finish.
Okay.
Because it's not just because it's not because I feel like I'm just so unstoppable that this is the highest achievement in the fight. The best thing you can do in a fight, any kind of combat sports, where it's allowed, is get the finish. That's something special. We remember all the greats because they got great finishes. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like if you think of Mike Tyson, of course, all his finishes. You think of Muhammad Ali, you think of all his great finishes. You think of when he fought Foreman and
Yeah.
how he finished that. You think are iconic. I mean, the most famous Ali photo is when he won the belt and he's standing over the guy. Like all the finishes are what makes the thing exciting. So that's what I'm always going for. And I feel like I have a great opportunity to provide that in this fight.
You certainly can't wait. But speaking of the fight, though, who will be cornering you for this fight?
Same. Almost same from last time. So one new person because my friend AJ he can't make it this time. So I'm gonna have Eric Del Fiero, the head coach over at Alliance. I have Eric Urs, for Jiu-Jitsu, and Adam Bear Pride. He's been helping me out a lot, so he's gonna be there for me too.
Okay, sounds good on that.
Yeah, so say you win this fight, when would you like to get back in there? Like how active? Yeah, I know you will. But how active are you planning on being?
I'm trying to get right back in it. So I fought 3 months ago, and because of all that situation, I was forced to wait until now to fight. If I would have just got the nod now, I shouldn't have nod. If I would have got the winner there, I would have fought like last month. I would have fought as soon as possible. I'm really happy to be able to fight consistently. I've had a lot of fights canceled in my career. So now I'm in the UFC and I'm getting all these opportunities to fight. I want to take all of them. And another thing is because of all the situation with the COVID and all the stuff with the lockdown, like you don't know what's happening, but a lot of people are getting opportunities to fight people that they wouldn't normally get a chance to fight.
Yeah.
And I want those opportunities. I want to fight some great guys, and I don't want to wait too long to fight them. I want to be able to jump in for a fight and get to fight like a top 10 guy, as soon as I can.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get into it.
Yeah, so you already got the experience to fight with no fans. Did you enjoy it more than having fans?
Oh, definitely not. I have fun because fighting is, at least for me, fighting is fun anyway. So it was a fun fight. But I grew up watching WWE, a lot of wrestling, but also Pride FC and the early UFC stuff and boxing. Like I love to hear the crowd after every shot. I remember my very first fight, very first fight. I got in the corner and I was throwing knees. The crowd was like, oh, after every hit. And I was like, that's it, I'm doing this forever. So the crowd is definitely a huge part. It's like the sound that they make gets like transmuted into electricity and it's charging me up. But I can still fight without it. It's like I'll still be able to perform and have a great time without it. But I definitely like having the crowd there.
Yeah, so with like the no fans, like, is it different? Like, because you hear the commentators talking about the fight, they might like some people say like, oh, I think I forget who it was, but someone said that DC was saying something. They gave him advice. Like DC was like, oh, they should go for a takedown, and they went for the takedown. Like, does that ever like help for you with the commentators are watching?
Well, I used to train with DC, so whenever he commentated around my fight, I could hear him talking clearly. I'm just used to hearing his voice. So every time my very first fight in the UFC, I could hear him constantly. And even with all the fans there. So I'm sure if he's commentating this time, I'm going to hear him. And also just for being a fan of UFC, I'm constantly hearing Joe Rogan's voice, John Anik, all these guys. So you're going to hear it. It's just going to be like it's part of your perception. But it doesn't affect me. Whether they say something good or bad or they give advice, I'm more concerned with the fight anyway, usually.
Yeah, well, we certainly can't wait for that fight. But one thing we got to ask you, we ask everyone that comes on. So there's so much on who the GOAT of the sport is. After Khabib's win, a lot of people are saying, oh, now Khabib's the GOAT. Who do you think is the greatest of all time? There's so much debate about this.
Without a doubt, in my mind, Anderson Silva. As far as MMA goes, it's Anderson Silva. Fedor is another great fighter that I think is getting overlooked in this conversation too. But Anderson Silva, I think, and I'm going to give you a couple of reasons why. First of all, he fought at 185. He fought and won at 205, and he beat Forrest Griffith, who was a former 205 champion at that weight. So it wasn't for a title, but it was still champion versus champion. And also, he has a long run of consistent wins, and they were always amazing. You know what I mean? Like it was almost like he crafted the finish every single time. Even that fight he had with Chael Sonnen, where you were sure Chael was about to win, he came back and won with I think like 40 seconds left on the clock. It was crazy. So moments like that to me solidify him as a GOAT.
Yeah. So
so
you obviously have Anderson Silva as number 1. Who would you put as 2 and 3 on that list?
Okay, I've never thought about 2 and 3. I never thought about 2 and 3. I don't know, man. I'm gonna say, well, I think GSP has to be number 2, just because of the time period, and all the stuff that he's done. I mean, because once you get past number 1, it becomes oh, I love the Barclays Center background right there.
Yeah, you like it? Thank you. Appreciate it.
Brooklyn's in the house, Like,
Yeah.
but then about it is like, I feel like once you get past number 1, it just becomes like who's your favorite? You know what I mean? Because like Khabib, I train with him. I would like him to be number 2. But then you have John Jones, you have DC, man, like and you have George St. Pierre. I think it's gonna be a rotating bunch of those 3. I mean, and then
Okay.
Conor McGregor has to be in there too because he won a bunch of
Yep.
fights in different weight classes too. So it's like going past number 1 for me. It's too difficult.
Yeah, I like that last answer. I like McGregor. You should definitely be in that list. I love that.
Yeah, I feel like there's always gonna be like opinions on that, whatever. But last thing here, man, I saw on your Instagram you were playing the Spider-Man game the other day. I gotta ask you, did you get the PS5 yet or not?
Oh yeah, I picked it up on day 1, but
Oh, really?
thank goodness. Yeah, because
Oh wow.
I got lucky. I was on the Best Buy site, click and refresh for like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Like literally 3 hours, just
Damn.
click, and finally it went in the cart and I got through. So I managed to grab one.
Yeah,
You got lucky.
Yeah.
They're all sold out. I'm looking to get a new Xbox. Everywhere sold out. You cannot buy it anywhere.
Well, make sure you check out Kohl's and I think what's the other one?
Kohl's.
Kohl's, yeah. My friend just got a PS5 from Kohl's like the other day. Like yesterday, I'm
Oh wow, okay.
And there's another one. Best Buy has restocked. Not Amazon.
Walmart, I heard.
Walmart, there you go. Walmart's the one that is supposed to have another one. I think on Wednesday they're supposed to have a restock, and then also Thursday for Best Buy. So I mean, keep trying. People, like I know we have a problem.
I'm definitely gonna try them.
You have a problem with scalpers and stuff, and people doing all this like weird bot stuff to get ahead of the line. But you keep trying, and try going.
Yeah, definitely. Well, man, that's it here. We can't wait for your fight at December 12th. It was great speaking with you. And if you want to thank any sponsors, so shout out any social media, the floor is yours.
Oh, thanks so much. I want to thank everybody at Alliance MMA, my gym here in San Diego, all the coaches, my teammates. Thank you so much. GFY, the Fight Gate company, they helped me out immensely since the start of my career here. Also, Fight Rope, the Fight Rope company, they've been amazing support. And check me out on social media, Dwight Grant MMA on Instagram, Dwight Grant on Twitter, and my JRPG video game blog, jrpgamers.com. jrpgamers.com. Talk about 90s RPGs and all kinds of RPGs. Okay. So check me out there.
All right, awesome.
Thank you, man.
Thank you so much for coming on, man.
Good luck.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it, man. Thanks.
Yeah, anytime, man.
All right. Have a good one. Peace. All right, thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys follow us at KSMMA on Twitter and Instagram. We're also now uploading our episodes on YouTube. It's also at KSMMA as well. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Peace.